Rouge?
Well, that's it. I've lost everything. My money, the car, my house. There's only one thing for it.
Don't be a fool, man. Suicide's not the answer.
Who said anything about suicide? Hand it all over. Come on. Come on. Who goes there?
It's the army chaplain.
Who goes there?
It's the army chaplain.
Yeah! Charlie Chaplin. Here we are, Professor Walensky. I told you I'd get you here.
I never thought I'd live to see this. The final resting place of the Sun King.
Yeah, I could have thought Rupert Murdoch would have afforded something better than this.
Don't be ludicrous, Dr. Jones. I'm talking about the legendary Sun King, Tinny Copper Kettle. He was buried here with his family jewels.
Well, he'd hardly leave them behind, would he?
In particular, there is the sacred bust of his wife, Hugga Mugga.
She ruled the Incas with her husband for nearly 60 years. Well, I don't have to tell you that, Dr. Jones. You're the world's leading authority on the Inca civilization.
Sure, I was Inca monitored at school.
Legend has it that whoever possesses the bust of Hugga Mugga will be all-powerful. Dare I say, invincible.
Indy, we must go quickly. I have bad feelings about this place.
Just a minute, who are you?
I am Juan.
Well, you're not coming to my tent.
No, Indy, I am Juan, your native guide.
Why do you keep calling me Indy?
Because that's your name, Indiana Jones.
I'm Idaho Jones. Call me Ida.
My father is worried about the bust.
I don't see why. It looks pretty good from where I'm standing.
It mustn't fall into the wrong hands.
They won't believe me. I'll be watching it day and night.
What my daughter is trying to tell you is that the Germans are after the statue as well. Even as I speak, some could be close by.
9.
As many as that, eh?
9. I am sure that there are no Germans near here. Sieg Heil!
Bless you. We better move on. Okay. These cobwebs. Watch out for spiders. They're everywhere. One, stop! They're all over your back. Look, I'll try and dislodge them gently. They're not coming off.
Good they don't come off. It's the pattern on my shirt.
I'm sorry. In this light, they look so realistic.
Dr. Jones, why do you carry a whip?
Well, all work and no play.
Quickly! There's a light down there.
Good man. Now remember, keep a lookout for Germans.
Jawohl.
Yes, you will.
Not so fast, Ida. These tunnels are riddled with ancient devices installed by the Incas to protect the treasures of Tinny Copper Kettle.
Stuff and nonsense. Move on, Juan.
Russ! Oh, what is it?
Your father was right. It's a booby trap. We'll have to tread carefully from now on. I'll lead the way. So far, so good. Remember, these booby traps can come at you from any angle. You all right, old man?
Yeah, never better.
Professor Walensky, look. The treasure of Tinny Copper Kettle.
Why, it's breathtaking. Be careful, Ida. It could be counterweighted. You must put something of equal weight in its place.
Yeah, now what can I use? Oh, my belt's no good.
How about using your whip, Ida?
Not now, later.
Counterweight.
No, it's not heavy enough. Professor? The bust of Hugger Mugger.
I'll be taking that if you don't mind.
Von Stupping.
Colonel von Stupping, to you Dummkopf. Gott in Himmel, you stupid Schweinhund.
Just a minute, you're German, aren't you?
Of course I am. And the Fuhrer will be delighted to march with that statue at the head of our army. We will be unbeatable.
Before you go, Fritz, one thing. What animal has got 2 heads, 3 feet long, covered in hairs, and 100 legs?
I don't know.
Neither do I, but there's one crawling up your leg.
That did not have 3.
Stupid crowd. Fancy thinking there was an animal with 2 heads, 3 feet long, covered in hairs, and 100 legs round here. We're too far south.
Ida, you were so brave.
Yes, I was, wasn't I? Good job that wasn't counterbalanced, otherwise me taking the gun off could have triggered a whole sequence of booby traps that could have...
Oh, no!
Oh, look, Ida! The stone wall, it's starting to roll!
Quickly, Eva, in here! Jones, are you all right?
This is happening for...
What do you want?
How do I turn off this popcorn maker?
I'll come and show you.
Los Angeles, crossroads of a million private lives, a gigantic stage upon which are enacted 1,000 dramas daily. That's where I work. My name is Sergeant Wednesday, LAPD. One morning, I walked into the office I share with my cohort and lover, Max Grunion. I threw my coat over a chair, lit a cigarette, and sat down. I said, I threw my coat over a chair, lit a cigarette, and sat down.
Good to see you, Si. I'm expecting the new inspector any minute.
You mean the one on special exchange from Paris, France?
Yeah, that's him. Du Bois of the Sauté.
Dubois of the Sûreté.
You mean there are 2 of them?
No.
Good, because one frog eater's enough in my book.
Hey, what's that?
That must be him now.
How are you, Dubois?
Good journey from Paris?
Some flight, huh?
Look, Du Bois, we got some guy going round killing the cops.
Yeah, we call him the Cop Killer.
We got no lead.
No idea who to look for.
Yeah, but we do think that it could be an inside job.
Harry Peas Blossom from Homicide?
He says he knows who the killer is, but it's gonna be tough proving it. around killing all the cops for?
I got it. Ever since she was a baby.
Yeah. She hated her father.
Who was a cop?
Yeah. Uh-oh. It's a tough cookie. I got it. She felt as trapped as somebody in a glass cage. Hey!
So she swore.
To kill every cop she met.
Yeah, that's why I joined the LAPD, to kill cops. And you're next, garlic face.
Gotta hand it to you, Dubois. You're some cop.
That goes for me, too.
Written by Milton Gelb and Melvin Wolfs. Produced and directed by Mort Hasselblad. Associate Production Executive Marvin Grolsch. This was a J. Arthur Rank production. In association with Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
It's no good, Abbott. The enemy are closing in fast. We must get in touch with HQ. Get them on the blower straight away.
Yes, sir.
Damn it, man, hurry.
It's no good, sir. Phone's completely dead.
Listen, just a minute, what's this? While you were out, our engineers called.
Zero.
Boss, in the next room they're playing dominoes, and they've got real diamonds as spots.
Really?
Hey, look, while they weren't looking, I pinched one.
You burp, you picked the double blank.
I'd like to buy some wool, please.
What colour?
A nice red one.
Oh, and how many balls would you like, madam?
Well, I don't know, really.
Well, what's it for?
Well, it's for a sweater for my dog. It's a Christmas present.
Oh, well, how big is it?
Well, he's about, well, you know, about...
Have you got the dog with you?
Yes, he's outside.
Oh, well, bring him in, then we can see how big he is.
Oh, I can't do that.
Why not?
Well, if he sees the wool, it won't be a surprise, will it?
Amadeus, 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 oh, Amadeus.
So, tell me, Chorus Master, what do we know of this Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart,
Well, Majesty, some regard him as the greatest composer of all time.
Really?
I have heard, Your Majesty, that the man is little more than a thief, that he will simply plagiarize other composers' works and present them as his own.
Oh, come, Salieri. Jealousy, plain and simple.
I am jealous of no man.
Besides, I have taken the liberty to summon him to court this morning.
Amadeus here again. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you.
Are you Mozart?
You cheeky devil, I haven't touched a drop.
That's your name, surely.
That's right, sir. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Music lovers call me Mozart. Non-music lovers call me by my initials.
Wham?
Exactly. Want a quaver?
His Majesty has been asking about your compositions.
Oh, yes. What I did on my holidays was my best. I got a B+ for that one. Yeah.
That's it, Mozart, that you composed your first original piece at 4, your first symphony at 7, and a full-scale opera at 12.
Hey, what a morning that was. You know I didn't get to bed till 1:30.
Remarkable, Mozart, but tell me, would you be prepared to play for us?
Oh, I wish you'd have asked me sooner. I'd have brought me boots.
Very amusing, Mozart. But would you play one of your own compositions?
Oh, I don't know.
Just as I thought, Your Majesty. He has no original compositions to play.
Just a minute. Who's he?
Salieri, the court composer.
Listen, Sully. I've got tons of songs of my own, mate. I'd have played one for you now, but I haven't brought my violin with me.
It matters not, Amadeus, for we have this.
How am I supposed to get that under me chin? All right, I'll give you the bash. Right.
What will you play for us?
My new sonata.
What's it called?
Frank.
Frank Sinatra?
It's catchy, isn't it?
How will you play it?
My way. This piano's well out, isn't it?
It's a harpsichord.
Oh, dear, well, haven't you got anything else?
I have a small upright.
And I thought it was the way you were standing. Right, I shall now give you a quick burst of my latest opera.
But can you play it without the score?
No problem. Tottenham Hotspur 3, West Ham 1. I'll have down to the draw.
You begin to irritate me, Mozart. Come, let us hear this supposedly original work of yours.
All right, keep your wig on.
Come now, that's Cacciaturian.
Yes, it is quite a catchy tune, isn't it?
The one din line. Anyway, I shall now play for you my latest opera. This is totally brand new.
And the key is what?
Not to get your fingers caught in the lid. That reminds me of a gag. I heard it on the way here.
Gag?
Yeah. In what key did Beethoven compose most of his symphonies?
I've no idea.
Hey, get it? He was a bit deaf. He was a bit deaf. Oh, well, the opera. No, it's not Clever Dick. This is Gilbert and Sullivan. Claire, the moment I saw you, I swear.
Your Majesty, how can you listen to something that is so obviously stolen? The man hasn't an original note in his head.
All right, Clever Dicks, you have a go.
All right. This is my latest composition. Oh, what an atmosphere. I love a party with a happy atmosphere.
I'll tell you what, Sally, nobody's ever going to nick that.
In 1993, hooray, there'll be a tunnel to Calais. Catch a train from Waterloo, only have to change at Crewe. Intercity neath the sea by British Rail to Gay Paris. Hoping it's going to be frozen points at Didcot.
Off to Paris,
Petit foie gras and nouveau.
lovely Paris.
Girls don't care how far you go.
Downtown Paris,
Frothy lager from the pub.
nighttime Paris.
Eat frogs' legs, they make you jump. French breakfast in Montmartre. Snails on toast for starters. Caviar and truffles on your grilled tomatoes then. After horses duvers, pop into the louvers. Must have been the garlic. Why not stroll along the Champs-Élysées to Piccadilly, where the girls are so easy. Gentle crossing from the UK in rough weather makes you puke. Why don't you go British Rail? Where every little breeze smells of garlic and cheese, sauce vinaigrette and sauce French cigarettes. Still wine and beer tells you you're near a bistro. A bistro. Scrabble or the fan ordinaire. The waiter will smile in a Sweeney Todd style. That sort of grin tells you you're in a bistro. en France. You came to France today, the car ferry to Calais. The maps it pick up the first turn off you meet. I did you were cross-eyed, we walked and bad feet. But you gave a lift to Fifi. I guess that she fancied me. We stopped in a lay-by for je ne sais quoi. How was it? Oh, comme c'est comme ça. Mademoiselle from Armentières Paladin came up to me, said, hello dear, how do you do?
If you're a tourist in Paris, there's one thing that you ought to see, my inky pinky parlez-vous.
In Notre Dame I spent an hour in the queue, then went up the Eiffel Tower to see the view. There's nothing here that's worth a gander better than the Lady and the
Inky pinky parlez-vous.
Fanny? What do you think?
Basil, that's fantastic.
Knew you'd be impressed.
Show me again.
Very well. It's my new ping. Always remember a low, slow backswing and always follow through. Sorry, Em. Fanny and I were just playing around.
Yes, I can see that, Bond. Get into my office at once.
Aye, sir. Oh, careful of the golf balls on the office. Don't come in, sir. We've been infiltrated. Oh, dear. Still having those headaches, eh?
Bond, these people are our guests. They've come from East Germany.
Leave it to me, sir. I speak fluent Germany. Guten Abend, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Avez-vous Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, wo springt durch Technik?
Are you all right? Bond, let me introduce the famous Professor Von Tufri.
Ah, 1, 2, 3. Yes, I've seen your program. Where's Dusty been?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Bond. May I also introduce my assistant, Titania Romanova-Allegova.
You may call me Tanya.
I prefer a leg over.
Bond, let's get on with business. The professor here has recently gone over the wall.
Oh, dear. Toilets up the creek again, is it? Which reminds me. Walls have ears. Can't be too careful, sir. The place may be bugged.
No, Bond. The buggers are on strike. The professor here is a dissident. You know what a dissident is?
It's a toothpaste, isn't it?
What I'm trying to say is that the professor has risked his life to be here.
I had to. I became tired of communism, disenchanted with Marx.
Oh, I rather like Marx. They'll change anything, you know.
If I may continue. Eventually I escaped, but I had to try very hard to persuade Tanya here to join me.
I had a lot of trouble with the West German border?
Bit like Mrs. Hoskins, eh?
Mrs. Hoskins?
Yeah, she had a West German border, sir. Yes. Nothing but trouble. Kept rifling the meters when she was out. Hold it right there, Basil and Barn. You thought I was the filing cabinet, but I'm not. Not tonight, Eamon.
Enough of that, Bond. The Professor has brought with him 2 chemical compounds that could be of enormous value to this country. He is, after all, the world's leading authority on heavy water.
Ah, perhaps you could help me with my kettle. It keeps furring up.
Quiet, Bond. The Professor's about to expound.
Oh, shall I open a window? Ah! Cheers.
No!
That is a highly volatile chemical. You should not have drunk it.
Certainly had a hell of a kick to it.
Allow me to explain. The red flask here contains essence of cupra, element fueler, while the blue flask contains HO4 and SO2. Put them together, and what have you got?
Dibbity-dobbity-doo.
Sorry?
Essence of cupra, element fueler, HO4 and SO2. Put them together, and what have you got? Dibbity-dobbity-boo.
No, Mr. Bond, that is a chemical formulae. Put them together, and what you have got is a big bang.
Sounds good to me.
You misunderstand, Mr. Bond. In isolation, these chemicals may be comparatively harmless, but put them together, and you produce the greatest explosion ever known to mankind.
And that'll clear my kettle, will it?
As you can imagine, Bond, the Russians will stop at nothing to try and get their hands on these flasks.
Where do I fit in, sir?
Well, these 2 liquids are harmless. You will carry them to our scientific research establishment, thus drawing the enemy's attention away from the Professor, who will take the 2 real flasks to a secret laboratory. But be warned, Bond. We believe that the Russians have already sent a mole to try and recapture the formulae.
The fiends. They'll train animals to do anything nowadays.
Gentlemen, the mole is already here.
Good God, you're right. Any smoke pellets, sir?
Bond, she's got a gun!
Better still, yes.
Brilliant, Bond! You've disarmed her. Quick, grab her!
Not so fast. I still have this.
Look at that, a hush puppy.
Bond, look at the end of the shoe.
That's a nasty-looking hangnail you've got there, dear.
This is a knife, Mr. Bond, coated in deadly poison.
Don't need it now, love. I've shot the blighter.
Stay back. Now, give me the chemicals.
Sure thing. Yes, why not? There you go.
I have 2 blue ones.
Must be the cold weather.
Pass me the red flask.
Take a lot for me, love.
Now, gentlemen, my mission is complete. I bid you good day.
Bond, we've lost the flasks.
Not to worry, sir. We still have my kettle. What do you know? It wasn't furred up after all. It was the mole.